The Invincible Podcast, Episode 2. Eldin, Arjun over there. Today we're going to recap everything that happened over the weekend for
Yep,
world
yep.
football. And we're going to preview Arsenal Liverpool that's happening tomorrow, which is Monday. What do you want to start with?
Well, it wasn't a good week to be a Chelsea fan, of course. I mean, West Brom, like even in our last predictions, like a couple of my friends were after watching that video, they're just making fun of us, right? They're like
Oh,
making
yeah,
fun of
what we
me
said
because
about West Brom.
I was like, West Brom is like the worst
I
team.
mean, they still are.
It, oh yeah,
They
no,
still are
no.
the
I
worst
I
team.
argued back. I was like, lost 3-0 to Leicester, 5-2 to Everton,
Mm-hmm.
choked a 3-0 lead against us in the
They were up 3-0 in the halftime. And then you guys brought
yeah,
it back. And it shows, at least you guys didn't stop fighting.
yeah,
But, 3-3 is a bad result, though, especially.
yeah.
I mean, it's a good result for them, but bad for you guys, 100%.
Yeah, it was a case of our own downfall. We caused our downfall more
Yeah.
than West Brom being a top 16. Whatever, it's just
It's tough because, I think it's so crazy this Premier League season, especially we're 3 weeks in, and it's been like all over the place. Like things that you don't usually see, Everton first. You're like, come on,
yeah,
like you don't really
and
get
it's
that.
early doors.
It's
I mean,
really early. I
yeah,
mean, you can even say that for City. Today we lost 5-2 to Leicester.
oh, we're
So,
gonna we're gonna get there. We're gonna get
yeah,
there.
so it's like I mean, it's just been all over the place this season. And like,
Yeah,
I think, 3-3 results, at least you get a point from it. From,
yeah,
expecting nothing to one at least is not bad, but
yeah. I'm happy with the fighting spirit of our team.
that is true.
That's the only positive I could take, but you can't really be proud of
I mean,
trying.
4 points out of 9 in 3 games in is not good,
Oh, it's terrible,
especially
terrible.
because like people were saying, "Oh, Chelsea's going to compete this season," and I knew they weren't gonna compete for nothing
Yeah,
this in
and
terms of the Prem.
mm-hmm,
So, but I'm kind of like happy that now people can understand that like this team is not ready to compete,
mm-hmm.
but at least you have that fighting spirit, and you're still missing guys like Chilwell and Aspi is still coming back
Oh
from
yeah.
injury. Ziyech,
Yeah,
Pulisic.
Alonso could leave. Edouard Mendy is gonna fit in.
Mm-hmm.
If Thiago Silva, I feel like it's just lack of match fitness. I mean, you can't be making that mistake after
I mean, he's
Champions League
36,
final
so
title winning. I mean, you can't be doing that. And he doesn't know any like a word of English. You got to lead by
yeah.
example. And if you're slipping, falling to Callum Robinson, freaking Callum Robinson, basically a championship looking player, bro. Played in Sheffield United, Preston, whatever. Just leave. No, you can't even be doing that against West Brom or even in the Premier League in general. Like I feel like that's a wake up call. And yeah,
Yeah.
you like you said, it's early doors, but yeah, we go to Palace next week. So.
Well, I mean, and speaking of Palace, so Everton beat Palace 2-1. Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin
Yeah,
still scoring. Everton look
I'm surprised.
solid. They look
But
solid.
it was good to look at that game because those both teams were like doing pretty
Yeah.
decent,
A-
and
And
Palace are good defensively. So.
it's a tough one because, we're so used to like saying, "Oh, Everton's gonna have a good season this season," and then they always
Yeah,
disappoint. And now
exactly.
Ancelotti's got his midfield, he's got his players. They look, scary in terms of like the
Yeah,
potential that they have.
yeah. I mean, as you can say, it's still early doors. Everton.
I mean,
They
yeah,
could probably
Calvert-Lewin's looking good. How many goals he has? Does he have right now? 5 goals in the Premier League.
yeah 5
Scored
so
one. He
far.
scored one in the first game, hat trick last week. And now Richarlison's finally getting started and score. James is looking good.
Oh yeah,
The
Hamas is amazing.
fullbacks are looking good. Yandini is a top left back, I think.
Yeah,
Midfield's
Coleman got an assist against Palace.
exactly. So they are looking really good. I like the way Everton are playing, and
Yeah,
it's going to show that this season, just like last season, the top six, it's not going to be what we expected it to be.
I
Leicester's
feel like
pushing.
yeah, I feel like many football fans like don't realize like Ancelotti is managing Everton,
Mm-hmm.
Champions League winning manager for two
Exactly.
different clubs. Like he has a good like record. You know what I
He
mean?
is a
Like
top manager, and he gets the best
very
out of players.
very under
So,
the what? Yep.
and but speaking of a team that people were thinking about, we're gonna do something. United 3-2 with Brighton.
Oh my god, I can't believe I woke up to watch that game. It's just it just annoys me how lucky Manu gets in
Yeah,
the end of the season. I mean, yeah, obviously Mope should have Mope, yeah, he's
okay,
been
but
the
it was
culprit.
just like a one of those like things. It's just like
Yeah, I don't know the ruling behind, like, you know what I mean, full-time games. I know there's been a time in like the Bundesliga or wherever, like a ref called halftime and then he called everyone in for for a penalty or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, oh, man, it's just so undeserved. I know Brighton hit the post 5 times.
Yeah.
Solly March looked good. Tariq
Lamptey's
Lamptey.
looking really good.
Oh man, I love that man so much. He's like my
He's
own kid, and I'm probably like the same age as that dude, but
yeah.
he looks like a 12-year-old. I'm gonna treat him like my kid, but dude, he's probably like the second best right back, English right back. No, let's just say in the Prem, second best right back in the Prem, behind Reece James, of course. I just love Tariq
I
Lamptey.
don't
How
know. I don't know.
he's
That's a
just
bold
so
statement
good.
right
I've
there.
been hyping him up since last season after he came on for Arsenal for us. It's just, yeah,
He's a solid little right back. He's solid for Brighton. That's a big pickup at Brighton.
I love that man.
I give it that. But United, they lose to Palace. They get away with this one. They really should have came away with a point. So, but they get
Oh
the
yeah,
victory, and still, you see now how much they need to invest into the squad. They need a
yeah,
winger. They need maybe another center back. I know Ole said he's not going to bring in another center back. They need a left back
yeah.
potentially. They need maybe more. They need more. And they're just like, if they're not going to invest anyone, this is going to be a tough season for them. It really is.
They've been losing people left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like yeah, like you said, they need that defensive unit. But I don't get why this Ole just says, yeah, we don't need defensive. Is he getting like pressure from the board or something? I don't even
I don't
understand.
know. And Bailly is a solid center back that can play next to Maguire, but at the same time, Bailly always gets injured. Lindelof is a
Yeah,
half and half. Who else do they have that could play next to a guy even Maguire at times isn't playing good,
I honestly, Twanzebe is a good young
but
center
I
back.
doubt they're gonna start him.
Yeah, and I don't know if he could be that consistent for them.
Exactly. So it's tough on them, and then they need another attacker that's gonna really, you know,
Yeah,
that's top, attacker like someone like Sancho. And if they don't get
yeah.
him, then this season, like I said, it's going to be really tough for them, and they're going to struggle a lot.
Another season with Reece James. I mean, not Reece James, Daniel James.
Yeah, another season
Uh,
with him. You know,
Yeah,
he's
no,
been. Let's
he's a
just all
pro.
let's just leave it at that. Daniel James, wow, what a
Yeah,
player, what a player. And then today
garbage.
we talked Tottenham. They were up 1-0. They drew 1-1 with Newcastle. Penalty. What was it, like 97th minute penalty for
Yeah,
Newcastle? Wilson slotted it in.
dude, I feel so bad for Eric Dyer. Holy.
It was it was a really stupid call too. It was a
Yeah,
really stupid call.
like Dyer was just trying to mark Carroll behind him. Carroll heads it, but he doesn't even know. He's not even looking at the ball. He has his arm out. The ball hit his arm, and
And
then
some of these
Mourinho left
penalties.
right away. I mean, I was watching. I'm like, yep, Mourinho, the post match interview. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
dude.
Oh
And
my
I feel bad. Like that was 3 points that they could have had that gets taken away from them. Son, I think, got injured during that game,
yeah,
so that's a big loss. So it's gonna be tough for Tottenham now.
yeah,
Especially dropping those 2 points, key points. But Leeds winning 1-0. What,
yeah.
80 something minute goal.
Bamford,
Bamford.
former Chelsea lad.
He's keeping Rodrigo out the lineup.
Yeah, no, I didn't even realize Rodrigo signed for Leeds in the first
At this
place.
point, yeah, really,
Yeah,
he's
like,
done nothing from 3 weeks. But Leeds 6 points now. That is
yeah,
good for them. I like
and
that.
keeping clean sheet against Sheffield United. I heard they
Finally,
had a lot of chances.
but Sheffield, they've been dropping, and you could tell
Yeah,
the difference from last season. It's the second season's the what
second
did they?
season syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's tough one for them. But hopefully they pick it back up. And then Leicester 5-2. That was bad. That was poor. I mean, we were missing a lot of players, but at the same time, you don't lose 5-2 to Leicester. Three
Oh no.
penalties. You do not concede three
Yeah,
penalties in
no,
one
yeah.
game. That's not a top a top side doesn't do that, especially a
Mm,
City. A Guardiola side does not. Just bad. It was an overall horrendous game.
yeah,
Vardy hat trick. We couldn't get anything going. I think it all changed because Guardiola decided to do something he never does, which is make a tactical change early in the second half. He never does that. unless it's really called for. Now we were
Okay.
1-1 when he brought on Liam Delap for Fernandinho, and that changed the entire game because we took off a defensive midfielder to bring in a striker, and he was trying to push for a win, but I think Guardiola played his cards wrong, and from that point on, Leicester scored 4 goals, just
Yeah.
completely battered us, completely, and that was just that's a tough one. We're hoping Liverpool. I'm hoping Liverpool lose so they don't really push, for a lead.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool could lose. Allison, I heard he's injured out.
True.
Thiago might have a knock, but like
So could.
they could still probably win. It's Liverpool.
Yeah, but yeah, it was just. You got to give it to Leicester. They set off with 3 straight wins,
Oh yeah,
and they look good. They look really good. Vardy looks good still. Madison came on finally, and he scored a goal also.
bro, the worldie man.
That
Holy.
was that
But
was
like,
just a difficult game to watch.
I feel like it was more of individual errors and Guardiola lack of tactics. I guess. I
Yeah,
mean,
they were individual. You don't, three of our 4 defenders conceded penalties.
yeah.
You
Eric
know,
Garcia hasn't been having much playing time. Kyle, you're both fullbacks are like I hate them. They're not even that good. Mendy
okay,
shouldn't even be
you can't say that
touched.
about Walker.
Walker
Walker's
is
not that
not good.
good.
Walker is not good at all. I don't
Okay,
even rate
you
him.
are so you say
Oh no no no.
Lamptey's a top 2 right back, but you say
Lamptey is
Walker's not
better
good.
than Kyle Walker.
We're
At
gonna
this
have to talk
moment,
about
I'm
that one
probably
day.
not gonna say like career wise, trophy wise. No, playing wise, I would take Lamptey in the England lineup than Walker. Who cares about?
You're just deluded, is what you
No
are.
no no.
You're deluded.
Walker's dude can't even tackle a defender properly.
Listen, we
Let
all
alone
have those
not a
games. We all
defender.
have those games.
Walker
Okay,
has those games every day, every week.
okay. Listen, don't even get me started on you guys. You guys brought in a center back just to give off a ball to Callum Robinson. We at least
Okay,
we're losing to Leicester. You guys are over here playing around with West Brom.
okay, yeah, that's a different game. That's not even correlated to the Leicester game.
Hey, I'm
You
just
guys
saying. I'm just
gave away
saying.
three penalties. I don't know. Probably that's a Premier League record itself. You want to
I
know?
doubt it. I don't know. It could be. I have no clue.
It could probably be. And what Guardiola, this is the first time in his career that he lost 5 goals.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we didn't lose the game. You can't even say that. Fuck that. No,
Hey, West tying with West Brom, going 3-3
no,
West
I
Brom is
can't
losing the
even
game in
say that.
my opinion.
No, I'm not even gonna say anything
Okay,
about
but okay, yes, we lost. But
garbage.
Wolves. Let's talk about Wolves now. 4-0 to West Ham.
Wolves. Okay, I didn't even expect that. I
I thought
expected
Wolves were going to beat West
4-0.
Ham.
Yeah, like
But
4-0.
4-0 to lose? Come on.
Yeah, I
How
know.
do you do that?
I was looking at the goals. Like Connor Cody can't even run. Like
For
Mikel
real.
Antonio, he legit on the like left byline. He just tapped it against. I mean, past Connor Cody, and then
Cody had a horrendous game. Semedo was
he was okay.
his first game.
Jimenez scored an own goal. You would expect him to score a goal. I feel
Exactly.
bad for people who have him in his fantasy.
I had him in a fantasy, and he had me 0
I
points.
was debating
And
Papa
I
Mitro.
captained him too. I captained him. He got me 0 points as a captain. So he was just horrendous. This season, like I said, this season's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Crazy. You don't expect West Ham to beat Wolves 4-0. 4 freaking nil. But it
yeah. I'm gonna give
happened.
it two more games. I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna say anything crazy yet,
True.
but like I'm gonna
It's
wait
still
two
third
more,
week.
three more games.
Third week. Give it a month. Let's see what happens, and then we can really say, all right, this team is really, you know,
Yeah.
doing better.
Well,
Tomorrow we have Fulham, Villa, and then we have Liverpool, Arsenal. So before we go into the other leagues, let's preview our Liverpool, Arsenal.
yeah.
Who do you think is going to win that game?
Oh, Liverpool.
Liverpool. So you think Liverpool's going to end up? What do you
Yeah,
think is going to be the score?
I predicted 3-2. It's gonna be a high scoring game.
3. That's a good. Yeah, I can see that. Liverpool and Arsenal always have high scoring games. Like
Yeah.
for the most part, they're really whenever they play. I said 4-2 Liverpool.
Oh, not that bad.
So
3-2, 4-2.
it's always a high scoring game. But I could see with Allison out, Adrian would probably be in goal. Arsenal, listen, Aubameyang, Lacazette, they could do something. There's gonna be some damage.
It's gonna be a good battle with like Oba and Trent. Trent is not. We've
True.
already established this. Not
Yeah.
even. And like probably Oba could run past that defense. He's probably gonna
As
get.
long as he gets provided with through balls and
Yep.
If the midfield can kind of provide him with a lot of to the ball to his feet and even ahead to attack Trent, I think would be the best way. It's gonna
Hopefully
be
Thiago gets a full 90. Yeah.
yeah. I think, but it could go the other way, but I just don't think Arsenal's gonna be able to do it over.
Yeah.
It's Liverpool. It's a tough one,
Yep.
but that's Premier League this week was crazy. But looking at Bayern, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the other leagues.
The
Bayern
world
lost
football. Yeah.
4-1 or 4-0, 4-1. What was it?
4-1. 4-1.
4-1 to Hoffenheim. My
What was
main
it?
man,
Anthony
Bicakcic,
Yeah.
Bosnian man, hey, scored the first one. But Bayern,
Yeah.
you didn't expect,
Gramadi's got a brace.
yeah, you don't expect a team like Bayern to lose to Hoffenheim 4-1.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Hoffenheim is like their bogey team. I feel like they've lost to them in the past before.
Yeah, I agree.
And damn, Hoffenheim. It's not really shocking because I think Hoffenheim are kind of that underdog kind of team, and like,
Mhm.
I mean, you don't expect them to beat world class, probably the best team in the world 4-1. It's probably a wake up call for Bayern
It is
because
completely. It is completely.
Dortmund dropped points
Dortmund
during that
lost
week.
too. Yeah, they
Yeah,
lost as well.
so
They
I
had
feel like
losing to
yeah,
Augsburg.
it just gives a boost to other teams. Like, hey, this team is finally beatable, and this is probably going to get interesting in the Bundesliga because I would expect Bayern to, after 8-0 win against Schalke, I would expect Bayern to just steamroll that whole league and just focus on Champions
But
League.
hey, I think Dortmund's going to compete well. Leipzig's still in there.
Oh
They have
yeah,
a good squad.
yep, yep,
So even if they lost Werner, I think they still have a talented squad, and their
yep,
manager's really one of the top managers I think in Germany for sure, Spain, maybe even the
yeah.
world.
Nagelsmann.
So you know, Bundesliga is going to be interesting this season as well. I think
Yeah,
now leagues are really starting to close together. Like the Italian league last season, we had an actual race between
competition.
Inter
Yeah,
and Juve. So
Juve, Inter, Atalanta was pushing.
Atalanta were playing really well. So I think Napoli now are back to somewhat. I
and
think they're going to
AC
keep
Milan.
Koulibaly. AC Milan, I think they had a big signing in Sandro Tonali. I think it's going to be a top signing for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, especially that league. That league really, that's going to be a competition in there too. I don't know. Juve drew with Roma. There were two
Yeah, that's interesting.
penalty.
With
There
that,
was a red card by Rabiot. Ronaldo had a penalty. He had to brace that game. So it's like it really shows that Juve are not unbeatable, and I think that's shown like when Lyon beat them in the Champions League last season. That in the Italian league now, Conte's staying at Inter. There was Inter. We're kind of scared about
yeah.
Conte leave. He's staying. He's brought in some top players. Vidal, Nainggolan's back there at Inter. So and I think Inter has a chance of winning this.
Oh yeah. I fully back Antonio Conte.
Oh yeah, complete. I mean I know you would because he was a
Yeah,
manager,
obviously.
Chelsea manager, but no, I think he's a top manager. I think we've all seen it. If Lukaku can have another great season, they're keeping Martinez. You know, they have a solid squad. Kolarov is there.
They,
They have Perisic back.
oh
There's some
yeah, Perisic.
there's some Vidal. They have a lot of good players. And Skriniar, I think might leave to Tottenham. He
Yeah,
hasn't really been playing.
yeah, but I feel like Conte. I think I heard something like Conte might keep him, but like
I mean, he's
I
not
don't
that
think
bad of
they
a
really
defender.
need him because like you could see that they have the fighting spirit. I think they came back 4-3
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Fiorentina. That's
So
just
I mean, and they have Hakimi. Once he gets adjusted into playing with the
oh my
the
god,
style that Conte
Hakimi.
has, Hakimi's a great player.
Oh yeah, like playing with Conte under his system, Hakimi, like he'll definitely thrive with the wingback system
Hmm.
Conte plays. Like he's gonna have a really great season.
So, but Napoli are looking, under Gattuso, they're finally looking like they can play. Koulibaly's gonna stay. Looks like
That
City's not gonna go after him. They were signing Ruben Diaz, so
yeah,
they ended up winning 6-0.
Lozano getting a brace.
Yep, three Mertens,
Pulisic is
Zielinski.
better than Lozano, but
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree.
everybody agrees.
I think we can all
Lozano
agree on that one.
not that close.
Lozano, he's kind of overrated.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sorry,
But
Mexican.
Serie A, that looks like a league that's going to compete. Premier League, the Italian league, of course, La Liga. What's it called? You
La
know,
Liga, Barca winning 4-0.
Barca won.
I would have said Villarreal. I think they've been signing players, Daniel Parejo, and like with Paco back there up front. But hey, Barca came back
They
with
look
the
good in their first
firepower
game.
that they have.
I mean, Real
Ansu
Madrid looked
Fati,
like a little more, unstable when they played Betis. Where they only won 3-2. But
yeah,
what's it called? Barcelona look good. Now, will that continue? That's the question. You
oh
know,
yeah. When
what's
the
going to
big teams,
happen? Are they going to bring in a striker? Who are they going to bring in a center back? They're looking for Garcia. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. What striker are they going to bring in? Depay? I know they're talking about who else was it that they're talking about? I think Depay's probably going to be the one that comes in,
yeah,
especially because of Coleman. He probably wants that,
Dutch
Dutch
connection,
connection. Yeah.
yeah,
So
and yeah, they've been lacking a striker, like you said, and their other striker, former Barcelona striker, scored a brace and an assist in Atleti's win.
no, that is
Yeah,
true.
Suarez came off the bench, been doing bits for them right off the mark, and
I mean, he's always been a great player.
oh
So
yeah,
I mean,
him and
you know,
Diego Costa up front.
oh, that's
Well, Diego
dangerous.
Simeone as their manager. It's just
Oh,
like,
that was just match made in heaven right there.
oh
That
yeah,
is a match made perfectly.
and not for defenders, of course.
No, yeah. I mean, I think Atletico's now going to look good. I hopefully, João Felix, ends up having a somewhat of a decent season to
Yeah, he's
show
been
that he's
scoring.
worth, all the money that they brought him in for. Um, Real Madrid, I think they're still the favorites for La Liga. They were playing
Oh
an
yeah,
interesting formation though. There in their game, they were playing both Benzema, Jovic, and then Odegaard right behind them. Usually, you don't get that. You don't see that from
yeah,
Zidane. So, but they ended up getting the win. So I think they're still the favorites. Barca, they kept Messi this season, which I don't think that he's going to stay there next season. But they kept him. They have to push for La Liga, Champions League, everything this season. It's going to be tough.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully Hazard comes back.
Oh yeah, Hazard still has to come back for Real Madrid.
Yeah, he's been out for a long time. If he comes back and start peaking with this form,
It could be, yeah, it could be Madrid's league.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
And the situation for Barca is if that happens, where Madrid win this La Liga this season and then Messi does leave, you have to ask yourself like, okay, well now this is going to really turn into a one, maybe two team, league. Barca's going to drop down a lot. Atletico's going to
Yeah,
overtake them. You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So yeah, it's half and half. A lot of things happen. This was a crazy weekend for football. Crazy weekend. But hey, a lot. We're gonna see what happens between Liverpool and Arsenal. Tomorrow. That's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
excited for that game.
that's gonna be a good game. Who's gonna win? If Arsenal win, then the league gets a little bit more interesting. Then we have
Oh yeah,
So I doubt it's gonna happen. I'm hoping as a City fan, but today's loss was just summed up everything for me.
I have a question for you. If Arsenal win, do you think they'll be title contenders?
No, I still
I
don't think they're
if
title
they beat
contenders.
Liverpool away, nobody. It's hard to beat Liverpool away, even without fans. Like
That is true.
that would be crazy. I don't know. The league is gonna be like one of the best if they do. But I hope Arsenal don't.
I mean, would you consider Leicester title contenders now?
Yeah, why
You
not?
would? I mean, okay, I can see that. I mean, yeah,
Harvey
they
Barnes,
competed last season,
Vardy,
and now
Tillman,
okay.
bro.
I
I'd
think
be
Arsenal just need to do a couple more, results to go.
yeah,
Because the first two games, well, last week they barely won. They
yeah
could have very
against
well
West Ham.
not won that game. So I think they just need to prove themselves a little bit
And they
more.
have
But if they beat
football
Liverpool, that's a big, yeah, it's a big, victory if they
first
beat them.
test first.
Yeah, the
And
first huge test.
but they beat Liverpool in Wembley Community Shield, even though it
Yeah,
was a Community Shield. But
that is true. True. I mean,
okay,
it could be. They could very well, if they continue, if they do beat Liverpool and then they put on a couple more results, then it could you could consider them title
exactly.
contenders. But I think just Liverpool's gonna win. So
Yeah,
I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one. I don't know. Just let us know. Let us know what you guys think.
yeah.
Who do you think is gonna win between Arsenal and Liverpool? What do you guys think about this crazy weekend of football? Predict who you think is gonna win. I know we did predictions for the Premier League, but who do you think is going to win the Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, those leagues too? Because,
Yep.
those are going to be close leagues as well. This season is going to be crazy for all
Yeah.
leagues. And then Champions League is going to be crazier.
Oh, I can't wait for the draw.
Oh, yeah, we're going
Gonna
to have
come in
to,
October, I think.
yeah, we're going to have to break that down as well when that
Oh yeah.
happens.
It'll,
So, watch out for that. But, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share this video.
and let us know more stuff to talk about.
Yeah, give us some more options. We're gonna do weekly, previews and recaps of the week. But like, if you want, other things, unpopular opinions, other type of videos, just let us know. Make sure you just spread this because we're just trying to grow as fast as possible.
And
All for the
follow
love of
our
football.
TikTok,
Yep,
Invincibles, if you're
all
on
the
TikTok,
TikTok, Invincibles, we're gonna
Instagram,
drop. Yeah, Instagram's coming. TikTok, we're gonna drop a lot of little
clips. Yep.
clips of what we talk about, especially the longer episodes. So if you don't want to watch the full, make sure you give us a view, give us a like, subscribe, and then check it out on TikTok as well.
Yep.
I will.